carrying a ladder. And so she runs out. She runs out of the house, and the rooster is crowing, and the horse is prancing on the hillside, and she sees her daddy walking up the hill with the ladder. These are the apples, juicy and red, that went in the pie, warm and sweet, that Papa baked.
Is that the tree?
That's the tree. That's the apple tree.
Is that a big apple?
That is a big apple.
Is that a big apple?
That's a big, big apple.
Is that a big apple? Another big apple?
That's a big apple, and they're all very tasty. And so she caught up with her daddy, and her daddy's going up the hill past the horsey to the tree carrying the ladder. This is the tree, crooked and strong, that grew the apples, juicy and red, that went in the pie, warm and sweet, that Papa baked. And so while her daddy is on the tree and he stacks the baskets of apples on the tree and plucks the apples, this is an enormous apple tree, by the way, somewhere in the Ukraine.
It's an oak apple.
In the Ukraine, near Chernobyl.
I hope the sun likes
You're right.
apples.
And the little girl gets on the back of the horsey to pick an apple.
The apples are gigantic, aren't they?
As large as car tires. These are the roots, deep and fine, that fed the tree, crooked and strong, that grew the apples, juicy and red, that went in the pie, warm and sweet, that Papa baked.
Me oh my.
Oh, it's starting to rain. Oh, okay. So, this is the rain, cool and fresh, that watered the roots, deep and fine, that fed the tree, crooked and strong, that grew the apples, juicy and red, that went in the pie, warm and sweet, that Papa baked. So they race back down the hill. They race back down the hill to the house. These are the clouds, heaped and round, that dropped the rain, cool and fresh, that watered the roots, deep and fine, that fed the tree, crooked and strong. Crooked and strong, that grew the apples, juicy and red, that went in the pie, warm and sweet, that Papa baked. So they're peeling the apples. Peeling the apples in long strands, and they're putting them into the big bowl for the pie.
Maybe Papa will bake us a pie.
Perhaps. Or procure it through a well-known local bakery. This is the sky, wide and fair, that carried the clouds, heaped and round, that dropped the rain. It's delicious, cool and fresh, that watered the roots, deep
They
and
all
fine.
have pie, Mommy.
They all have pie.
Someday I'll have pie.
Someday you will have
You'll have
pie.
pie.
Mommy will make you a pie.
Crooked and
Mommy
strong.
will finish up with Hug.
I will finish up with Hug. I'll read the book.
Pie, warm and sweet,
The book Hug.
There's the apple tree.
There's the apple tree, that's right. This is the sun.
Lower it a little.
There's
It's just
the
her
apple
eyes.
Tree.
Okay.
There it is.
Fiery and bright, that lit the sky, wide and fair, that carried the clouds, heaped and round, that dropped the rain, cool and fresh, that watered the roots, deep and fine, that fed the tree, crooked and strong, that grew the apples,
And
juicy and red, that water went into the time warm and sweet, as a Papa baked. This is the world, blooming with life. Life everywhere. Hay, the big crooked tree,
The big crooked tree.
the fox running in the meadow.
It's like a huge. What's happened? Is the sun going down?
The sun is going down. He's going down over there, and what's coming up in the other sky?
The moon.
The moon is coming up in the other sky.
Mr. Gardens.
She slid right off of me tonight.